After some hideous action earlier this year, Amazon.com has now rebounded 36% from its early April lows. People are remembering that this company still's got a ton going for it. From the resurgence of Amazon Web Services to artificial intelligence improving efficiency to the fact that the company reported an excellent set of numbers just 2 months ago. And that is just the tip of the iceberg. Earlier today, I got the chance to speak with Andy Jassy, he's the president and CEO of Amazon, right here at the New York Stock Exchange in a pretty wide-ranging discussion. Take a look. And you often talk about a why culture, why we do things, why do we found out offer books, why do we do professional reviewers, we have individual reviewers. What are the big whys that you're looking at right now?
Oh my gosh. I mean, we're constantly looking at everything, every customer experience we have and asking why can't it be better? So despite the fact that we've made so much progress in getting items to customers so much more quickly in our retail business, we keep asking ourselves, why can't it be faster? You know, a couple of years ago, most people got items in 2 to 3 days. Today, most of the items get there in a day or less. We're working on drones, which we think can get it to customers inside of an hour. So, you know, we ask, why can't it be so much easier for customers to do AI in the AWS business? Every single business is a big number of why questions.
Don't be too hard on yourself. I ordered a smart fast charger yesterday at 2, and it came at 4. So you must be doing something right.
Pretty good, 2 hours.
Yeah. How's that possible?
Well, I mean, we have these facilities. They're kind of innovations on our fulfillment network called same-day facilities. And they're a different style of fulfillment network with fewer floors. And we stock a couple 100,000 of the top moving SKUs in that facility. And then we hook up delivery direct from that facility. And so we're able to get most items to people in that same-day facility within 3 to 5 hours. 2 hours is pretty good.
Now, will I see one day a robot at my door giving it to me so you can cut it down to an hour and 45 minutes?
Well, you know, first of all, I don't think that you need a robot to be able to cut it down. I think with what we're doing with Prime Air, which is our drones project, which we've made so much progress on the last couple of years, I actually believe we'll be able to get items to people inside of an hour, and maybe even as quickly as 30 minutes. I do believe over time, you know, as we continue to expand the use of robotics in our fulfillment network, that we will have robots who will help do delivery and transportation for us.
So rural is going to use drone, perhaps robot too. Talk to me about rural, because that's something you just announced. Those are people who don't have maybe even a brick and mortar within 10 miles of each other.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about the basic Prime experience for most customers in any kind of metropolitan area, they're getting most of their items now in a day or so. And then you look at the rural experience, and because we don't have delivery stations and fulfillment centers the same way out in these rural areas, they're getting items in several days, so they don't get the full Prime experience that people in metropolitan areas do. And at a time when most logistics providers are walking away from rural customers because it's more expensive to serve them out, you know, in those areas, we are increasing our investment. We just announced a $4 billion investment to build delivery stations and fulfillment centers out there so we can get items to people in a day or two, and they can have the Prime experience everybody else has.
Now, when you do that, though, do you think, well, you know what, we're going to lose money on this, but it's the right thing to do? Because sometimes I feel like Project Kyper is a lose money, right thing to do, or are you going to make money in rural?
Well, I would say two things. Both what we do with rural and what we do with Project Kyper, I believe, are significant upfront investments.
Right.
But they're both going to be great for customers, and I think they'll be good for the business down the road. So on the rural side, what we find is, you know, the faster we're able to get items to customers, the better customer experience they have, the more they'll sign up for Prime. And when customers sign up for Prime, it turns out they end up doing a lot of their shopping with Amazon. So you make that big upfront investment to serve rural customers better, and it comes back over a longer period of time. Kyper, which is our low Earth orbit satellite that we're building, remember there's 400 to 500 million households around the world who don't have broadband connectivity. So they don't get to do business online or entertainment or shopping or education. And so we're building this network so they actually have that connectivity, and it's going to completely change what's possible for them. Again, it's a really significant upfront capital investment, but it has a lot of the same types of financial characteristics as AWS has, which is its high capital intensity, but it has really good return on invested capital. We believe that's going to be great for customers and great for Amazon.
Why do we keep reading that you're behind on it?
On Kyper?
Yeah.
Well, you know, if you look at the technology, there's really only two companies that really are going to have this modern technology that we have with low Earth orbit satellite. One is Starlink, who's been in the market for several years. The other is going to be Kyper. We just got our first, we're in the process now of launching all of our satellites into space. We just launched our second set of them. We got 54 satellites up there, on our way to actually having enough, hopefully by the end of the year, to have a commercial service, and a lot more in 26 and 27. And so a lot of people say, why do you want to do this business? And apart from the attractive financial characteristics I mentioned, I think the thing to think about with our technology in this space is, in part because we're coming later and the innovation that we have gone through, it's going to be better performance on the up and down link. It's going to be meaningfully more flexible on the antenna side for people. It's going to have lower prices. And then if you think about the three customer segments that Kyper serves, it's consumers, it's enterprises, and it's governments. And if you think about Amazon has very strong and broad relationships with all three of those customer sets, and we actually think they're going to be pretty excited. If you take government and enterprise, a lot of them want to take the data from the satellite and move it directly into the cloud, and the tight connection between Kyper and AWS is going to make that very compelling as well.
But this makes me think that Amazon is a bit of a nation state. You are, well, let's think about this. You're dealing with governments, you're dealing with people, you're in their states, you're trying to help them. I mean, in many ways, you're either an ambassador or a company that is basically saying, you know what, look, we can make your country better.
I think that the way that we think about our mission at Amazon is that we exist to make customers' lives easier and better every day.
Everywhere.
And a lot of people say, what does retail have to do with AWS, with advertising, with Prime Video, with Kyper, with Zeus? The unifying theme and fabric through all those businesses and customer experiences is to make customers' lives easier and better every day. And that's true for customers in all those segments. It's true in all those businesses. It's true in every geography. I was just in Europe last week and a little bit of the week before, and you know, in the UK, we employ 75,000 people full time. I mean, we are one of the biggest employers in the country. And so in each of these countries, we view ourselves as trying to make customers' lives easier and better for all those customers, and part of being the fabric of each of those countries.
Now, how is AI helping that? I know you have a lot of AI momentum. I know that AI is integral to, you wrote an incredible letter just a week ago, basically, 2 weeks ago, just talking about how people's jobs are going to change, and that this is a great thing for customers. You always say that. You never say for Amazon. You say great thing for customers. How is it great?
You know, I think that AI, and generative AI specifically, is the most transformative technology of our lifetime, which is saying a lot, given that we've had the internet, we've had mobile, we've had the cloud, but I think it's going to end up being the most transformative technology of our lifetime. And if your mission is to make customers' lives easier and better every day, and if you believe that it's going to be the most transformative technology of our lifetime, you're going to invest very expansively, which is what we're doing. And you can see it everywhere. In our consumer businesses, you can look at our shopping assistant in Rufus. You can look at the next generation of our personal assistant in Alexa Plus. You can look at how it's changing how we forecast in our fulfillment network, very significant gains for us. You can look at how it impacts how you can create advertising, or even on Thursday Night Football. And you can see what we're doing in the AWS side, where whether it's custom silicon to provide better price performance, or services to make it easy to build models, or create generative AI applications or coding applications, every single one of our businesses, we're using AI to improve the customer experience.
Well, let's talk about Alexa Plus, because when I was on Alexa Plus, look, I've complained vocally about Alexa, and I feel badly about that because I have a couple conversations a day. Like, I try to get her to play Beethoven's first piano concerto, and she'll play the fourth because she doesn't understand the album, whatever. Now Alexa Plus is something I would say, you know what am I doing at 12? Oh my God, I have 2 different appointments at 12. Cancel one. Would you please book me a plane? I mean, are these what I think will happen with Alexa Plus?
Yeah, I think, Alexa Plus, which is the next generation of Alexa and our personal assistant, is much more intelligent than the prior generation of Alexa.
Can Alexa Plus reason with me instead of argue with me?
Yeah, it can. Actually, Alexa Plus helped me pick some horses for the Kentucky Derby.
Really?
Yeah, and I asked a lot of questions about wanting somebody that was not a complete long shot, but who had a chance. And she suggested somebody, and I asked her why, and then we had a debate about that. And based on what I said, she changed her opinion. So, with Alexa Plus, much more intelligent, much more capable, and as opposed to most of these chatbots that just answer questions, she takes action. So she can manage your schedule, as you just mentioned. She can play music. She can move music from one device to another device. I can say to her, I have a couple coming over for dinner. Please turn the porch light on, the driveway light on, raise the curtains, increase the temperature 5 degrees, and play music that we're going to want to hear at dinner. That is all done through natural language, and she's just going to keep being able to do more and more for you.
All right, let's stay there for a second. More with Andy Jassy after the break.
Coming up, don't go anywhere. Cramer continues his sit-down with Amazon's CEO and covers AI and chips, maintaining pricing amid trade tension, powering its data center demand, and more. Next. Don't miss a second of Mad Money. Follow @Jim Cramer on X. Have a question? Tweet Cramer. #MadMentions. Send Jim an email to madmoney@cnbc.com or give us a call at 1-800-743-CNBC. Miss something? Head to madmoney.cnbc.com.